What is up? My name is Lloyd and this is the middle card, which are my takes on the world of professional wrestling and all of its ins and outs. So let's go.
Round one. Fight.
So what did we learn? What did we learn after the main event of Hell in a Cell 2022, Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins? Well, first off, I think we learned that Seth Rollins continues to be one of the best wrestlers in the world, because how many guys in the world could carry a guy with a torn pectoral through a match? There are very, very few, and Seth Rollins is on that list. I'd put AJ Styles on that list. I'd put Edge on that list. I'd put a CM Punk on that list, a Bryan Danielson on that list, potentially a Jon Moxley on that list. But there are very few that could get a person through the match the way that Seth Rollins did, and that makes him one of the best in the world, and we have to give that guy all the credit in the world. What else did we learn? We learned that Cody is an absolute wild man. Cody is out of his freaking mind for even attempting to do this match with a torn pec. He couldn't raise his arm. He threw one right hand, from what I remember, when they were both standing across the table. He threw one right hand the entire time, and everything else was just left hands and kicks as far as his striking offense went. Cody is absolutely insane. But what else did we learn? Cody Rhodes, probably my favorite wrestler right now. Probably my favorite wrestler right now. I think we learned that he is who he says he is. The presentation of the guy that wants to come out in the suit. The presentation of the guy that's willing to risk it all. That feels this responsibility to the fans in order to perform. He is who he says he is. And he's authentic when it comes to that. Now sometimes that gets lost in translation when it comes to how he comes out dressed, which is like a professional, but at the same time it doesn't necessarily translate with the audience. It doesn't translate when he speaks sometimes, because he reads a lot and he has a very big vocabulary, and he is not afraid to share it with people who may not read as much as he does. But when it comes to wrestling, when it comes to how seriously he takes it, when it comes to the responsibility he feels that he has in order to put on a show for the people, regardless of the circumstances, he believes that he is a star. He takes that seriously, and he will do anything to entertain the people. He is who he says he is. He'll light himself on fire. He will jump off of a 30-foot cage doing a moonsault. He is exactly who he says he is. And that's the biggest takeaway from that Hell in a Cell match. Now what's next? I don't know where Seth goes from here, if I'm being honest. I'm still hoping for a pairing back with Kevin Owens, because that was super entertaining. So I think there's still more juice to get out of that. But as for Cody, Cody's going to go away. Cody's going to heal. And when Cody comes back, I think he's going to get the monster reaction that he deserves, and people are going to be so excited to see. And I'm ready for all of that. Let's go.